Welcome everyone, this is Like It's 1985. In today's Transformers review, I'll be taking a look at War for Cybertron Megatron. And I actually picked up the PS3 version of War for Cybertron, so I'm looking forward to learning the game, learning the controls. But since I picked up that game, it inspired me to go ahead and review War for Cybertron Megatron. And as you can see here, this is Megatron in his hover tank mode. And if you look at the underside of the vehicle mode, you actually can see some plastic molding details. What you can actually do is move the treads up, and so now you have more of a traditional looking tank with the treads at the side. And there are actually wheels for a total of 4 of them. The wheels don't really seem to work that well, but you do have the option of displaying Megatron in this kind of more traditional tank mode. So really nice looking figure. And to begin the transformation, what you want to do is first take out the weapon here. And let's take a look at the weapon first of all. It's actually a very nicely detailed weapon. As you can see, there's very nice plastic detail as well as paint applications. And I have to say, this is probably, at least from what I can remember, it's probably my favorite Transformers weapon, and this looks really nice. And as we'll see in robot mode, it looks even nicer. So it does have a missile gimmick, fire off, with a nice purple translucent plastic missile. So for the transformation, the first thing I like to do is take care of the legs. So the legs are just tabbed into place here. So you take the legs, pull them down, like so. The feet are very simple to transform. You just rotate the piece like that, and you want to make sure that this little smaller piece is flat. So you have it looking like that. And that pretty much takes care of the lower half of Megatron. Now the arms get formed by these two pieces coming in together. And before you snap those pieces together, you have to take out the 2 halves of the hand, here and here. As you can see, 2 halves come together. To form the arms. Now I'm looking forward to getting to the part in the game where you battle Trypticon, or if you're on the Decepticon side, you would battle not Ultra Magnus, but Omega Supreme. The footage of those 2 bosses, I guess, look really awesome. So I'm looking forward to getting to that point where I can actually play against those opponents. Now, as far as the top half, what you want to do, take this piece here, untab it, and rotate it to the side, like so. And then you want to grab onto the shoulder pieces here and kind of pull out and down. First couple of times you do this, it can be kind of hard because you're not expecting it to be so stiff, but it is quite stiff. Flip up the head, take this piece here and rotate it up so that it becomes the very cool looking chest piece for robot mode. Take this section here and fold it up like that. And then you can take the gun and it tabs into the side a la Generation 1 Megatron style. And make sure you get it in there really tight so that you can hear it kind of click in place, because otherwise, after a few times you shake it, it'll come loose unless you hear it snap into place like it just did. So just a little tip to make sure that you have that weapon securely mounted on the side of the arm. So just make sure you snap it in place so you can hear like a click, so it clicks in place. So here is Megatron in his robot mode. I'll give you a little 360 rotation here. Looks pretty nice. You do see the screws on the back, but it does have nice plastic molding, as you can see there on the back. So some nice details there. And the colors are really nice. I like the color combination of the slightly gray but mostly white color and then you got black and red and accents of purple. So the black, the red, and the white gray really remind me of the colors of Generation 1 Megatron. So that is always good to see. You also have some accents of translucent purple plastic on his chest, on the top of his head, as well as on his knees. As far as articulation goes, rotation at the head, shoulders rotate, shoulders go out, bend, and sort of a swivel at the elbow. You can see how that works there, but well, I guess you can go like that. So swivel and a bend. There is no wrist articulation, and there is no waist articulation. The legs can go back, forward, out to the side, bend at the knee, and you get a little motion at the ankles for posability. So, final verdict on War for Cybertron Megatron. I actually like the look of this figure very, very much. Yes, it does have a simplistic transformation, but most importantly to me, it is a nice homage to Generation 1 Megatron, and that's what I always look for, especially in the Generations line of Transformer figures. So very nice figure, again going back to the coloring, how the black, the red, and the white, or the white-gray kind of reminds me of the Generation 1 Megatron figure. So that is really nice. Of course, it has the nice weapon for robot mode, which is also another Generation 1 throwback, which is also nice. And, you know, it's a very nice looking figure in its own right. I have to say, it's probably one of my most favorite looking Megatrons. You know, especially since we had the recent movie Megatrons, which are, you know, they weren't that great. So this is a kind of a breath of fresh air to me, at least. And I recommend the figure. If you like what you see, I recommend you pick it up. Thanks for watching.